Welcome to day 6 of our prenatal practice. Today's practice is going to be a little bit more active. It's going to be focusing a little bit more on some abdominal strengthening, our obliques and such. So please just be nice and gentle with yourself. Take breaks if you need to. It is applicable for all trimesters, but of course take breaks when the body requests. And know that you can always come back, and there will be options for modifications. So when you're ready, we're going to start in child's pose. Find your way onto your hands and knees. Toes come together, knees apart. Sink the hips and maybe come down to elbows and forearms, or maybe a little bit deeper. I'm going to stay a little bit high here today, but I'm keeping my gaze down at the floor so the back of the neck is still an extension of the spine. We're simply going to take a few rounds of breath here as we just sort of arrive and presence ourselves and start to connect to our body, our breath, and our babies. Good. 2 big, deep, full breaths here. And then when you're ready, finding your hands, maybe your forearms, begin to press into the floor, maybe lift the chest, push into the knees, lift your hips, and come towards your tabletop. Good. Just finding a little bit of movement and mobility. So hands are going to come a little forward. Let's again circle our hips here, big, small, fast, slow, whatever feels good in your body. Again, that weight of our belly that might be hanging here a little bit in the front. So just be mindful. Be careful, of course, drawing that baby in towards the spine. Switch directions if you haven't done so already. Good. Let's do one more. Beautiful. And then find your way back towards that tabletop. So walking the hands underneath the shoulders. Good. From here, lean slightly to the left. Begin to extend the right leg straight back. If you're in your 3rd trimester, go ahead and just lower the toes to the floor. If it feels okay, maybe start to lift the foot and let it be a little bit airborne here. Ideally, our hips are square, so that right hip is in line with the left. It's not lifting, it's nice and level to the floor. Good, we're gonna hold here just for another breath. Let those shoulders soften onto the back body. Again, feel that baby drawing in towards the spine. Good. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and point my toes here. If your leg is airborne, let's go ahead and pulse the leg. So lift and lower. Good. Breathing. Halfway there. 7, 6, 5. Good. Once you're complete, keep the leg extended. Start to relax the toes, relax the foot. Beautiful. We're going to find our Spider-Man crawl. So leaning a little bit into that right hand. This right knee is going to bend, so knee will come out to the side. Left arm can float. And we're going to draw this left elbow in line with the shoulder. So draw in and then extend long as you breathe in. And exhale, pulling in. Good. Extend and pull in. Good. Extend. Beautiful. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Good. From here, extend long. Lower that left hand down. Good, and let's just simply circle this right leg. So a little bit of mobility through that right hip and socket. Good, maybe switch the direction. And this circle can be big or small again, your call. Good, and then when you're complete, let it come to stillness and then bend that right knee and lower it down to meet the left. Good, maybe shake out that right wrist, especially if you're feeling a little bit of compression here, maybe the left as well. But when you're ready, finding our way into downward facing dog, tuck your toes, shoulders on the back, hug baby in towards the spine, push into the palms, start to float the knees, good. Keep the legs bent as you draw the belly back, lift the hips, good. Let your feet be wide. If need be, let your hips draw up and back. Take a big breath in and full breath out. So open the chest, let the heart melt, let the underarms open. One more breath. And then gently, mindfully, baby drawing in towards the spine. Start to deepen the bend in the knees. Our weight's gonna shift forward into the hands, and we lower our knees all the way back down. Good, now we find our bird dog on the second side. So leaning to the right, we're gonna extend the left leg straight back. Good, again, you can lower the toes at any time, especially those in the 3rd trimester. If it feels okay, elevate that left leg. Good, hold here, shoulders on the back, baby drawing in towards the spine. Feel the length from that heel to the crown. Good. One more big breath. Beautiful. And then pointing the toes, we're gonna start to pulse the leg. So lift and lower. Good. Breathing. Good, firing up through our glutes. Final 9, 8, 7. Good, keep it going. 2, 1, good. Come back to neutral, beautiful. Start to bend into the left leg, so knee wide to the side. You're gonna lean a little bit into the left hand now. Maybe float the hand. This is always an option. You can keep it down and extend only with the leg, but if it feels okay, bend at the elbow. Let that elbow draw towards the shoulder. Good. Inhale, lengthen, reach both limbs. Good, and then exhale, pull back in. Good, inhale and exhale. Good, 7 more. 6. Final 5. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Extend. Exhale, draw it in. Good. Inhale, reach. And then lower that right hand down. Good. Maybe point the toes again. Start to circle this left leg. Good. Switch directions if you haven't done so already. Good. And then once you're complete, bend that left knee, lower to meet the right. Good. Again, maybe shake out those wrists. Beautiful. Coming back to that downward facing dog. Again, shoulders on the back. Hug baby in towards the spine. Tuck all 10 toes. Push into the hands. Start to lift the knees. Draw the hips back. Maybe let those feet be a little bit wide. Keep a deeper bend in the knees if that serves you. Chest starts to melt towards the floor. Pressing into the hands, reaching through the backs of the legs to the best of your ability. Good, one more big breath here. Beautiful. From here, start to lift the gaze, look to the space between the hands. Start to slowly walk your feet forward towards the hands. Let your feet be a little bit wide here. Good, and then we're gonna come towards a squat. So this might be a place where you might wanna block, but from here, we're gonna bend into the knees, start to sink the hips. Again, feet are a little bit wide here. You can turn the toes out if that creates a little bit more space, but we're gonna lower hips and pelvis and let the bum be heavy here. You can use your block. You can place it underneath the sits bones as a little landing pad, and of course, you can build up as best as you want. There's lots of options here in our squat. You can rest your elbows on the thighs or knees, whether blocks are underneath here or not. This might be where you stay. You can also come all the way down, hands at your heart center, elbows pressing to the insides of the knees. Start to lift the chest, extend through the crown, find your breath. Good, lots of prep here of opening through the hips and pelvis. So for some, this might feel good. For some, not so good. One more big breath. Good. From here, let your hands start to guide towards the floor. Press into the feet. Start to lift the bum. Let your hands come forward as you extend through the legs. Let your toes maybe turn back forward. Release any blocks that you may have been working with. Good. Let your upper torso hang heavy here. Let the crown of the head draw towards the floor. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Good, again, one more big full breath in and one big breath out. Good. From here, start to softly bend into the knees. Maybe walk one hand onto one thigh. We're gonna take our time as we slowly transition to standing. Second hand might find the opposite thigh. Pressing into the feet, reach through the crown, start to lift the torso. Maybe take a little mini pit stop if need be. Pressing into the feet, start to extend through the legs. Slowly guide all the way up into standing. Good. Take your time here at the top. Let those shoulders relax. Let the head, neck, and jaw soften. And take a moment to let that blood settle. There's lots of excess blood here in our body as we're building another human, so let it settle if need be. Good. Feet can stay a little bit wide. I'm gonna narrow just a little bit here, but whatever feels best in your body. From here, we're gonna inhale our arms out to the side and up overhead, and simply just feel the body long here. So press into the feet, reach up through those fingertips. Take a big breath in. As we exhale, start to bend into the knees. Let the bum start to lower. Press down into your chair. Good. As we inhale, push into the feet. Again, come on back up. And then start to lift the heels and come to the tippy toes. And then lower the heels back down. Good. Bend into the knees. Let the bum start to lower. Inhale to come up. Good. Reach up with the tippy toes and then lower back down. Good. Bend the knees, sink the bum. Press the feet, come up. Roll up onto tippy toes, and then settle heels. Good. If at any point this becomes too much for your shoulders, start to simply draw the hands down through center. Lower the bum to chair. Inhale, pressing to come up. And then up onto tippy toes and lower heels. Good. Bend the knees, sink the bum. Push down to come up. Roll up onto tippy toes and lower the heels. Good. Last 3. Inhaling to come up onto tippy toes, lower heels. Good. Sink the bum. Inhaling up. Roll onto tippy toes. Lower back down. Sink. Last one. Good. From here, start to again sink the bum. Come back towards your child's pose. Your chair pose. And then from here, pressing the hands, if you still have your arms raised, draw them to prayer. We're gonna find a little pulse. So push to lift just a little bit and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Start to feel those quads and glutes. Good. Just be mindful of that weight through the front. If you need to let your hands slide up and down on the thighs and knees, know that this is an option. Good. Let's go for final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. As you come down with the bum, start to tip the torso over, release the hands, come back to that forward fold. Release the head and neck, so shake the head no. Shake the head yes. Beautiful. Find that little release, and then once you're complete, bend into the knees. Find the hands on the floor. Start to softly, slowly walk the feet back and come all the way down into tabletop. Good. From here, pressing into the hands, lift the hips up and back. Again, downward facing dog. Stretching out through the backs of the legs, letting the chest lower towards the floor. One big breath. Good. From here again, come up high onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, come on down onto hands and knees, untuck the toes. And we're gonna find our way into our knee down plank pose. So let the knees be a little bit behind the hips. Let the shoulders roll towards the wrists. Again, hug baby in towards the spine, shoulders on the back. One more big breath here. Good. Awesome. From here, hips can come back a little bit towards your table. Walk the hands maybe a little bit further back underneath the shoulders. And then with this right knee, we're gonna pivot our right foot out to the side of our mat. From here, start to roll onto the right hand. Left leg can extend out. Good. So we're coming into a modified side plank here with this right knee down and right hand. Good. Awesome. Beautiful. Maybe let your left hand find the left hip. This can help. I'm going to draw my right knee a little bit below so it's no longer underneath my hip. It's a little bit further away. From here, we're going to find a little hip dip. So we're going to start to lower the hip. Good. Let it lift back up. And then maybe float that top left leg and lower back down. Good, 9 more. Lower the right hip, press to bring it up, lift the left leg and lower back down. Good, 8, 7, hip lowers and lifts, left leg lifts and lowers. Good. Beautiful, final 5, hip lowers, left leg lifts and lowers. Good, 4, 3, good, feel that outer right hip, I'm with ya. Good, last one. Good. With this left leg, we're gonna lift it, good, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, if you can keep it lifted, do. If you need to lower, please do. But from here, left arm reaches up, draw over, maybe point the toes, extend, feel that long left side of our body. Take one more big breath. Good. Start to lower left hand to the hip, lower that left leg. Good. We're gonna lower all the way onto the side body, so lower the right hip all the way down. Come all the way down, maybe onto that right elbow. Good. Awesome. I'm gonna come all the way down onto my right forearm. Good. Left hand comes in front of you for a little bit of extra support here. Good. We ideally want to be a little bit stacked on our hips, so again, mindful of our belly. It might be pulling us a little bit forward to roll forward, so you might have to lean back ever so slightly. Good. Find your breath here. Good. Go ahead and extend both legs long. Top left leg is going to lift. Point the toes. Good. Baby to the spine. Start to squeeze in through the inner thighs. Let that lower right leg meet. And then lower both legs down. Top leg lifts. Lower leg lifts. Both float down. Good. Top, lower, both come down. Good. Keep it going. Breathing. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, last one. Good, from here, float both legs up. Good, let your feet separate, top leg forward, bottom leg back. Good, like a little walk, we're gonna draw the legs towards each other and then separate. Towards and separate. Good. Walking on air. Good. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let your legs come together, lower back down, maybe bend the knees, relax, take a big breath in, big breath out. With this top left hand, we're gonna start to find our way to the other side. So pressing the left hand, I'm gonna simply switch here, rotating on my mat, but you might just simply roll to one side. But we're coming into our side plank here. So coming onto that left knee and left hand, I'm gonna pivot that left foot so it's behind me. Right leg can extend long, right hand to the hip. Good. Your choice whether you keep that right leg low, it might start to lift, but we're gonna keep it down for a moment here. Relax the shoulders, Extend through the crown, keep that baby drawing in. Good. All right, we're gonna find our little hip dips. So we're gonna walk that knee just a little bit below the hip. Good. Start to lower the left hip, lift, top right leg lifts and lowers. Good. Left hip lowers, lifts, right top leg lifts and lowers. Hip lowers, up, leg up and down. Hip, up, leg up and down. Lower, lift, leg, lower. Hip, up, leg, down. Good. 4. Final 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Extend, let that right leg lift. If it feels okay, we're gonna pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Maybe flex the foot. Let this right arm reach up and over. Maybe point the toes, reach from fingertips to tippy toes. Take a big breath in. Good. Let this right hand come back to the hip. Let this right leg lower. Good. We're gonna come all the way down onto that left hip. Good. Maybe onto elbow and forearm. Release that wrist if you need to. Good. Awesome. From here, start to extend the legs. Come all the way down onto that left shoulder. Again, lower left arm might act like a pillow. From here, lift the top leg. Let the lower meet and lower back down. Good. Right leg lifts, left follows, both lower. Good. Baby to the spine. Right leg lifts, left and lower. We got 7 more. Lift, meet, and lower. 6, meet, and lower. Final 5. Final 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Good. From here, let both legs draw towards each other, lift, and then separate. This time, right leg forward, left leg back. Little walk here, so draw legs together and separate. Together, separate. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower both legs. Beautiful. That's it. We are done. So get ready for Shavasana. If you're in first trimester, you can simply roll onto your back body. If you're in your second trimester, again, build that little reclining chair. Keep yourself at a 45-degree angle. So first block, a little bit higher. Second block on its lower setting. Grab your cushions, your bolsters, whatever you might have available. Find your way, nice and supported, head, neck, and shoulders. You can keep your legs bent if this serves your low back. Legs can always extend long, or of course, coming into diamond shape. Wherever you are, think about rolling those shoulders wide and back. Arms can rest alongside the body, ideally palms up to help release the shoulders. And of course, if you're in your third trimester, let's go ahead and find our way down onto our left side. Support yourself however serves you best. I like to have a little pillow or a block in between my knees to help keep my hips nice and level. I support my head, resting hand on my belly, connecting to baby. And then take this well-deserved little break here. Supporting ourselves with our practice of stronger practice to help build our core, open our hips and pelvis and our inner thighs, all preparing us for the birth. And as best as you can, start to find the body relaxing. Maybe some deeper breaths to release tension and tightness. And then letting all effort go, just simply being here with your body, your breath, and your baby. Please stay as long as your body and your time allows. But once you're complete, take your time. There's no rush, but gently, slowly, mindfully start to find your way back up into seated. Allowing your top hand to help support you from your side body. Moving props and coming to that comfortable seated position where you're able to find length in the spine, creating space for the baby. And then once here, again, let the body soften. Build the skeletal structure and then let the flesh and the muscle just sort of hang and release. Allowing your hands to come together at your heart center, palms touching. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Again, big breath in and big breath out. Slight tuck of the chin above the forehead, taking a moment for gratitude and appreciation. I thank you all for joining me here on your mat, connecting to your body, your breath, and your baby. Take good care. Namaste.